E aí pessoal, tudo bem? Aqui é o Master. No vídeo de hoje vamos continuar a nossa série aí de Ace Combat 7. Estamos aqui na DLC que complementa a história aí. E eu estou jogando agora a DLC antes de continuar com a história principal para dar aquele diferencial no jogo, vocês entenderem mais o que está acontecendo, coisas que se eu fizesse depois da série não ia fazer sentido algum. Então é isso aí, vamos agora para a segunda missão da DLC. Eu espero que vocês gostem. Você que está assistindo aqui e é inscrito do canal, conhece o ritual padrão, deixa o seu like para dar aquela força para o canal continuar crescendo. Então é isso aí, bora lá. Missão 2, partiu, né, velho? Vamos ver o que aconteceu. Se você puder se inscrever no canal e você não é inscrito e puder se inscrever, eu agradeço muito também. Ajuda o canal a continuar crescendo. E é isso aí, beleza? Aqui é um canal de gameplay. E bora lá, né, velho?
David, I've built a model of Captain Torres and 3 strikes. Based on your hypothesis and mission parameters
from the past, I ran a precision combat simulation. But it failed.
Bummer. Why didn't it work?
Reasons in sensuous order are: 1. Your hypothesis is trash. 2. The parameters you gave me are trash.
Did I do something to tick you off?
3. Captain Torres is a singularity.
So the values diverge. But what about this one? 4. 3 strikes is a singularity.
That's outside the confidence interval. The possibility that it's 1, 2, or 3 is 99%.
What?
significance is high.
Try this. This is 3 strikes data before he's assigned to the LRSSG.
Caramba, o maluco tem até os dados de combate do Trigger, mano. Eu queria ver ele, mano, mostrar quem é o Trigger, mano. Mas ok, sem problemas. Partiu, né, velho? Vamos ver a explicação da próxima missão, né, velho?
The Erusian military is gathering its remaining naval forces at Anchorhead Bay. Apparently, they're even bringing in ships from the Mothball fleet. This is probably to reinforce their naval power in preparation for the showdown in Farbanti. We've received intel that the Alicorn will also be joining them.
From which source, Brigadier General? There's a possibility the Alicorn's former crew have been tasked with sabotage.
Your job is to analyze the enemy's weaponry. From now on, speak only when authorized.
Nossa!
I don't hear a response.
May I be authorized to speak first, sir?
When we're done, I'll be talking to your superiors. Here's your mission. LRSSG is to raid Anchorhead, carry out airstrikes on Anchor Bay to the north and Dokyuk Bay to the south, inflicting all possible damage. If we can strip the port of its naval functions, we can also prevent the submarine from joining forces.
The area around Anchorhead is Erusian territory. To delay hostile detection, you will sortie in small numbers and make your way in at super low altitudes.
Small sortie. Who's going?
Count, Lanza, Hujan, and Trigger. 4 aircraft from Strider Squadron will be deployed.
Só 4, velho.
To cover our lack of numbers, we're giving you plenty of opportunities to resupply. Look here. We've set up multiple return lines. Make full use of them to resupply and change armaments.
Da hora.
Also note that the enemy will not be able to mount a defense immediately after detecting it. Use this window to destroy high-threat targets. That should make things much easier for you.
It should also raise the survival rate. The element of surprise and resupplying are the key. Beyond that, I just need a couple of pilots who will stick to my orders. We don't need an ace to succeed. Got anything to say? Good.
Brigadier General,
That is all.
David, go on.
let me share the career of Mateus Torres, captain of the submarine Alicorn. Does anyone know how his people hailed him?
A bit unfair to provide us with next to no hints, don't you think?
Fair enough. The hero of Cumberth Harbor is the answer. He was a captain of the battleship Tanager at the time of the Continental War. He
Interessante.
led Aegir Fleet, the Invincible Armada. But when the fleet was destroyed at Cumberth Harbor, so was his ship.
Yeah, he's the hero.
He was able to bring most of his crew home with accurate damage control and precise evacuation orders. Then there's the accident with the Alicorn. Many believe that if they stay with him, they'll live. Transfer from surface to underwater is unusual. However, considering his skill and reputation, along with the fact that the Alicorn is no ordinary submarine, it all makes sense.
It'll be a difficult mission to carry out with 4 aircraft. Still, I'd like to add one more to the mission conditions.
Like, you want to make it even harder?
I want a 100% survival rate for the sortie. Any other number and the mission will be considered a failure.
Nossa, não pode morrer ninguém, velho. Perfeito, velho. Vamos selecionar a aeronave, né? Vamos iniciar a missão e selecionar a aeronave, né? Bom, a minha favorita é essa aqui, né, velho? Mas vamos ver uma que tem uma arma legal? Bom... Tem uns aqui, velho, mas... tem pouca munição dela. Acho que vou continuar com aquela minha favorita. Vamos ver se esse aqui tem alguma coisa que a gente pode usar. Pera aí, muita calma nessa hora, deixa eu escolher um avião legal. Velho, vai ter que ser aquele lá mesmo. E eu gosto dele, né, pra falar a verdade. Vamos ver... mano, é muita munição, velho. Ok, vai ser esse aqui mesmo. Beleza, partiu, né, velho? Bora fazer aquela surtida maravilhosa. Destrua as forças inimigas e vamos meter sarrafo em todo mundo então, velho. E é isso aí, velho. Partiu. Comenta aí embaixo o que você tá achando da série, o que você tá achando do vídeo.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
É isso aí, velho.
I'll eat their hearts out.
Sorry, Trigger. The juicy targets are all mine.
Vou focar nos helicópteros. Já era, mano. Vou focar nos helicópteros, velho.
Gobble up all the high-value targets. Forget about your manners.
All right, where's my artisanal burgers? Had to stay behind last time. This is gonna be a walk in the park. It's a good warm-up to get back in the game.
Brigadier General Clark is down there, about 3 strikes. You sure we'll get a positive result this time?
Yes, Lieutenant General Shepard. Operation Dominoes is going as planned.
Vamos ver se tem
All
mais.
attack helicopters have been destroyed.
Just merciless.
Oh, don't you think you're going a bit too hard, Trigger?
Vamos ver... eu acho que não tem mais helicóptero ou outra coisa que pode atrapalhar a gente, não. Ok, vamos focar em destruir geral agora, mano. A gente pode recarregar o tanto que a gente quiser, né? Então... Nossa, mano, vamos atacar todo mundo, velho. Da hora demais, olha.
Now's our chance. Now time for a counter-strike.
My ships are paid. If only we had anti-ship missiles by the truckload.
Dockyard base taking damage from airstrikes.
Enemy has a lock. Evade.
Eita, nós. Nossa, passou relando esse, hein? Ai, 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 ai. É, os caras estão atirando em mim sem dó. Não vai ser uma missão fácil, não. Tá, vamos focar em destruir o povo da Terra, mano. Caramba.
Why does the enemy take so little damage? Drop a bomb blind and hit something. Prioritize high threat targets and groups of hostiles.
Ai, 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 ai.
Generous with your special weaponry as well.
Tem uns que não dá pra acertar, mano. A gente vai só desperdiçar a bala. Nossa, mano, passou relando. Já era, hein? Opa, opa, opa. Não vai acertar não, velho. Nossa. Ô, mano, haja míssil, velho. Opa, opa. Os caras estão atirando sem dó. Nossa, essa foi quase, velho. Aí, agora foi. Ok, vamos ver se a gente acerta um monte agora. Pô, não morreram, velho.
This is Tucker 04, requesting airstrike on the helicopter carrying our target. Target is Vice Chief of Naval Ops, Rear Admiral Samuel.
Pô, concentração aqui tá 100%, velho.
All aircraft, we've data linked the intel we received from our recon team. If you have a visual on the target, shoot it down.
Ai, 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 ai.
Vehicles destroyed.
They won't have to load those on the ships now. This is Shepard. Siege 3 strikes is showing a stellar performance. Erusea has much needed here.
Os malditos estão atirando na gente, velho.
Certainly not the result I predicted. I'm sorry, sir. Behind the enemy.
Vamos ver se a gente acertar alguns.
Missile evaded. UAV destroyed.
Taken out quite a few of them, but there's still some left.
Mano, são helicópteros, né? Parece.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Alguns são ajados, outros são helicópteros, velho. Aê. Vai atirar em mim não, maluco. Vem cá, meu parceiro. Tô chegando mais, velho. Enquanto a gente destruiu a maioria, mano, vamos focar nos barcos, nos bagulho aqui, velho.
You said this is going to be a walk in the park?
You take walks to, well, walk. With a picnic, you have to eat.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me which you prefer.
4 MiG-31s approaching. They're fast. These guys are interceptors. Bearing 310, altitude 2000.
Ok, bora lá recarregar as armas, mano. Só vamos usar um pouco aqui. Que isso, mano? Vamos lá consertar a nossa aeronave e recarregar as armas, mano. A gente quase morreu, velho. Nossa, mano, a gente quase morreu agora, velho. Vamos consertar o avião e arrumar os bagulho e voltar, velho. Você tá doido, a gente quase morreu agora, velho. Oi, essa aeronave aqui é boa, hein, velho. Gostei, hein. Bonitona também. Opa, cai não, meu parceiro. Muita calma nessa hora. Pra você que tá assistindo e chegou até aqui, se você puder deixar o seu like, tá? Se inscrever no canal, tô reforçando aí enquanto a gente vai consertar nosso avião aqui, recarregar as armas e voltar lá pra batalha, meu. Tá, eu não vou mudar de arma não, velho. Ok, mano, bora lá. Mano, esse avião é bonitão, velho. Na moralzão mesmo, olha. Olha que lindo, velho. Da hora demais, mano. Agora bora voltar lá pra batalha lá, super recarregado, mano. E é isso aí, partiu. Vamos subir aqui. Bora lá, Trigger. Trigger é foda, meu parceiro. Voltamos.
Bandits coming from the northwest. They're in large numbers. 8 Su-37s.
Four fighters incoming at super low altitudes with bearing 015. I have a report that 3 strikes is among them. We have no further intel. Sorry, we couldn't protect the port.
Já era, hein?
This is Tucker 04 requesting airstrike. Sending coordinates.
All aircraft. Performance is disappointing. Pick it up. The attack will fail.
Morreu, morreu, mano. Já era.
One's not firing any missiles.
They must have scrambled without changing weaponry.
Unable to fire missiles. I know how that feels, but that's no reason to go easy on you.
Strato 1, target acquired. Missile
Vamos ver se vai
launched.
acertar, mano.
Trigger,
Nossa. Nossa, mano, acertou, velho.
Hostile ships approaching from the southeast. It's a large fleet with Aegis vessel Metis and battleship Dysnomia numbering among them.
Live to fight a pristine fleet? After all that?
Let's do
Não, mano, mira todo mundo aqui.
If it weren't for the bad weather, we would have been caught there. Prepare for anti-air combat. Partner drone has reached the target.
Opa, opa. Nossa, passou relando, velho. Vocês viram?
Command duty officer. What do you think will turn a drill into a real war? You don't see it, do you? It's imagination.
Ai, 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 ai.
Your imagination, my fellow submariners. A single shell will save 10 million lives.
Tem um cara fugindo ali, velho. Nossa, esse aqui, mano, passou relando.
Target confirmed down. That was Fleet Commander Gleb Almazov on board. It's gonna take a long time to rebuild the fleet without him.
It's launched.
Got one on my tail.
Mano, olha o tanto aqui que dá pra mirar, velho.
Chaff and flares are running low.
That bandit is still in your back. Target destroyed.
Missile launched.
Nossa, mano, os caras estão tirando sem dó, velho.
Wake up! Missile coming your way!
Caralho, maluco, para de atirar em mim, mano. Você tá doido.
Combat zone. Additional UAVs on radar.
Eita, meu parceiro.
Stay sharp. There's something amiss.
I've got you. Trigger has destroyed the target.
Ai, ai.
They got a stubborn one.
Olha o tanto, velho.
Warning. Incoming high-speed projectile.
Projectile?
Você tá doido,
Get
velho.
away from that UAV! What do you mean?
Contact imminent.
Salvation!
Impact at the UAV's coordinates.
Shit, I'm hit!
What? What happened?
More on the way.
What in the world?
You alright?
Contact imminent.
Nossa.
Trigger, you hanging in there? Picture it. Salvation. The death of a million is a necessity.
Analysis shows the projectile was a railgun shell. We're currently determining the launch site.
They're shooting from beyond the horizon. That's why they need the UAV for terminal guidance.
We'll data link the predicted explosion radius from now on.
Nossa.
Damn it. You're telling me to
Olha lá, mano. Eita.
Ocean, head back. I want that 100% survival rating.
Roger that. I'm pulling out.
We got the rest covered.
I'm counting on
Caralho, para de atirar em mim, maluco.
We've reduced enough of the enemy forces. Job well done.
That prime rib and truffle soup, sure, we're good. But hold on, lunchtime's not over yet. Go grab some desserts.
Só vem uns mísseis vindo atrás de mim, velho.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
Strider 1, missile launched. Strider 1, target destroyed.
It's not a hallucination, it's a nightmare!
Detecting shell in flight.
Caramba.
10 seconds to contact.
Enemy has a lock. Evade.
Missile away.
This ship is meant to defend the capital. We can't sink here.
Caramba, velho. A luta aqui tá acirrada, hein?
Never felt so cramped in the sky.
Of course, if you want to go back to resupply.
Eita.
Trigger just sank a battleship. Battleship Destruindo is crippled. Navigation is disabled.
Já era os barcos, hein?
How could that be?
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed. Taking on this much naval power is an astonishing feat.
Tucker 04 to Lancaster. We need you to attack the designated heli.
Ai, deixa eu sair daqui, velho.
10 seconds to contact. 3 minutes
Ai, me larga,
remaining.
me larga, me larga, me larga.
Picture it. Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
Vou voltar pra base rapidão, mano. Vamos recarregar de novo aqui. Taca ali pau, meus parceiros, senão vou acabar morrendo. Tá, a gente não precisa pousar se a gente não quiser. Voltei, hein? Totalmente recarregado. Novinho em folha.
Strider 1, missile launched. Fox 2.
Morreu.
Get down.
I see 3 strikes. That's why they only sent
Olha, mano.
I don't need any missiles to buy time. Breaking from enemy.
Strider 1, missile away. Enemy shell detected. 10 seconds to contact.
3 strikes is performing well above our expectations.
Oh, you sound downright ecstatic. All right, Trigger, let's go get him.
Caramba, mano.
Projectile exploded in the distance. Must be a failsafe.
Bingo. Looks like we found a solution.
All right, all aircraft, follow Trigger's example if you can.
Hell, that's easy for you to say.
2 minutes remaining.
2 minutinhos, hein?
They got a beat on you.
Fox 2.
Come on, dodge that missile.
Target in gun range. Projectile detected. 10 seconds to contact.
This one's mine.
Projectile guidance terminated.
Locked on.
Ah, não vai acertar eu não, meus parceiros.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Missile launched.
Trigger, enemy closing on your 6.
Não cai, meu parceiro.
Miss, target still active.
Já era.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Tem outro aqui, mano. Já era também.
A Russian senior military officer has fled the combat zone. 1 minute remaining.
Enemy has a lock.
Já era.
It's gone. Enemy has a lock on you.
3 strikes. He likes the drive. Strider 1, evade that missile. Imagine we're just about
Tem um maluco fugindo ali, velho.
to be killed, you ask. Because they wanted to torment you, to burn you, to capture
Ah, fugiu, mano. Tem uns caras que estão fugindo.
vengeance. There has to be a reason. 3 strikes has none of that. I do.
Esse cara aqui tá atirando em mim, velho.
See command to the officer. You don't.
Vem cá, meu parceiro.
Detecting shell in flight. 10 seconds to contact. The helicopter designated by the recon team has exited the combat zone.
They have a lock on me. Fox 2,
Já era.
Fox 2.
É, agora é só sobreviver, velho.
Managed to hit the Erusian Navy's fleet and command structure pretty hard.
Perfeito, velho.
That was definitely a free lunch if there ever was one. Mission complete. Return to base. Withdraw from the operation airspace. You completed the mission, but it's not done until you return home.
Arrogant bastard.
Stand by. Warning, 2 bogies inbound. Bearing 090, SU-47s.
Lanza, missile, behind you!
Nossa, já era.
Lanza!
Strider 3 is hit.
Good. Now we have less goons to deal with. Do it, Scream.
De novo esses dois, velho.
That's those damn bats.
Engaged to let Strider 3 escape. We're calling off the withdrawal.
Nossa, mano, que chato.
Watch out for the missiles. The missile alert didn't go off in time. Hit me as soon as I heard it.
It may be that the enemy's missiles have stealth capabilities. Their missiles may hit you immediately after your missile alert goes off.
That's the trick. Calling out to unidentified aircraft. Cease combat immediately and withdraw. Done.
Brigadier General Clemens is radioing enemy aircraft.
Vou tirar sem dó, velho.
Channels. Nicely done. Siblings can go to hell.
Já era. Já era, mano. Vai fazer o que, meu parceiro? Já era também, mano.
That's a hit. We got the bat.
Take that, asshole.
É, foi até fácil.
Scream. 3 strikes. Just as I imagined. We do. This is how we end. But no, there's 3 strikes. I'd rather go to hell than live in a world shaped by you.
Como assim, velho?
Heading there now.
Unidentified aircraft, eject. Eject now.
I gotta catch up to her.
The bat's blip has disappeared from our radar. At that altitude, it likely has crashed.
Serves them right.
Já era, velho.
Yes. The problem has been eliminated.
Missão cumprida, é isso aí. Ainda dá tempo de continuar a outra, né?
Meet us at the drop-off point. 3 strikes has removed all Strangler Erusian forces. That did make for a good sideshow.
I have no doubt
Ai, ai, ai.
Erusia to true victory.
Stop thinking so small. It's salvation on a far grander scale.
Interessante, né, mano? Não foi muito difícil, não. Ok, tá aí o replayzão, né? E vamos pra próxima missão, velho. A próxima é a última, né, da DLC, a não ser que a Bandai lance DLCs futuros aí, mas aí eu trago pro canal, beleza?
Fusion, no, stop it! Hey, chill.
Fusion, stand down! Sit!
Shit, my cola.
The fleet at Anchorhead was eliminated, and we prevented the submarine from joining forces. The unidentified aircraft were shot down too. The mission was a complete success.
Complete success, my ass!
Brigadier General, it sure seemed to me like the bats knew you pretty damn well.
You seem to be confused. Report in for a medical check. We'll decide if you're still fit for service based on the examinations.
Cut it!
That's enough! Get the MP!
He's right. Get the MP.
Vice Chairman Edwards of the Joint Chiefs of Staff?
The Alicorn slipped into Anchorhead Bay after the mission was completed, using the confusion for cover. It resupplied quickly and escaped unharmed. Their goal was not to join forces. It was to resupply using the window we created by chasing away the Erusian forces. We did their bidding, albeit unknowingly. But the problem runs deeper than our lack of tactical acumen. Analyst North,
tá dando briga entre eles, velho.
Of the crew caught in the submarine accident, 330 men made it back alive. Of them, 300 are still on the sub today. Our intel has led us to believe that some or all of the 30 men who left the sub are now working as agents for the Alicorn. Sabotage, espionage, cyber propaganda, dissemination of false intel. Brigadier General, do you recognize the name Edgar Saxon, or Zool, as he used to go by? He is a former member of the Alicorn's crew, and your source of intel.
You are a fool, Brigadier General Clemens. Not only that, the radio communications during the mission suggest you are a traitor.
Sir, if you check with Lieutenant General Shepard, you'll understand that this is all just a misunderstanding.
The Lieutenant General claims you were responsible for handling all aspects of the mission. Now, let me say that again. Get the MP.
No need for that. Piece of shit.
Caralho, tá rolando pancadaria lá, velho. Perfeito, né? Vamos continuar.
We've acquired important intel from the mission. For example, the shells from long-range anti-air fire came in on depressed trajectories. Look, the estimated energy output of the railgun is 500 megajoules at least.
Interessante.
Fired at minimum energy trajectory. Range is over 3,000. They hit a powerful rail cannon aside from their main guns.
It's almost like Stonehenge.
A mobile Stonehenge.
And also, this. The Alicorn was in harbor at Anchorhead for approximately 10 minutes. They couldn't have loaded SLBMs. They loaded something smaller.
Smaller?
What is smaller and yet a powerful weapon?
Tactical nukes.
Close. The answer is tactical nuclear shells.
Nuclear shells?
No way.
Hey, you got that question right.
Nah, I missed the shell part.
Quiet.
They'll likely attack our bases on the East Coast.
Their target's ORED, the Ocean capital.
They want a nuclear war?
Here's a question. What's a situation where nuclear deterrence doesn't work?
Okay, I've had enough of this.
Oh, only if terrorists have the nukes.
Correct.
Damn, Scald.
Hey, I'm good at trivia games.
But we're after an Erusian submarine, not terrorists.
No, he's right. HQ tells me Erusia's justification is that the Alicorn mutinied. As such, the Erusian military cannot be held responsible for the submarine's actions.
Damn.
So they intend on dropping a nuke on the Ocean capital of ORED.
Here's a question for you, analyst. Just exactly who are we fighting?
Correct term is terrorist, or irregular military, but I have a different name for them. An enemy to be stopped at all costs.
Correct.
Ah, então o submarino tá agindo de forma independente. Ele não pertence a nenhum país, o cara só quer tocar terror e tudo, então. Foi bem, o que eu entendi, né? Ok. A gente tem que sair da missão, lógico, porque é a DLC, e vamos pra próxima aí, taca ali pau e partiu, mano.
Some individuals are exempt from rules that should apply to everyone. A hero is suddenly a risk factor the moment the war is over. So you murder him. Crude, but effective.
Oxe.
In reality, they've no need for living heroes. Just dead ones. Here's a question, Alex. Can we stop Captain Mateus Torres?
Depends on if you treat the captain or 3 strikes as a singularity.
Both are. What happens when 2 singularities exist on the same field?
That requires 7 months calculation with current resources.
We'll just have to trust the guys in the field.
David, evacuate.
No, I still have to finish up here.
Será que o chefão vai ser o submarino, velho? Se for, vai ser top demais, aí. Vamos lá, que a regra é 2 missões por vídeo.
Finally sent part of the Alicorn specs. Its basic capabilities listed here were as we predicted. What's interesting is this over here. In addition to main guns, they have a 600mm 128 caliber rail cannon. The barrel exceeds 70 meters. Its range is over 3,000 kilometers. That matches what we calculated from the bombardment on Anchorhead Bay. The mini nuke they seem to have obtained has a yield of 1 kiloton. It'll destroy anything within a 400-meter radius of ground zero. Casualties are to be in the tens of thousands.
I know some things are better left unsaid, but let me say it. That's less damage than I expected.
Nice catch. Do you remember this speech?
This vote has the means to end this hideous war in a definitive and elegant manner. The world shall be horrified by the number of lives we will take.
O cara é doidão, maluco.
Only then will they let go of their weapons. weapons that would have taken the lives of 10 million.
The imagery invoked by those words and the actual predicted damage just don't match.
So, here's a question.
Sorry, got no quizzes for you today. They will launch the nuke on September 19th.
Why are you so sure?
Because that's the anniversary of the end of the Continental War. Anti-war demonstrations and victory parades are in full swing in ORED. There's about 1 million participants in total. That number will rise on the anniversary. However, this nuke isn't that powerful. They'd have to thread through the eye of a needle to achieve their desired result.
Terminal guidance would be needed.
Right. How do they intend to achieve it when even GPS won't work?
You're all thinking too much. If we sink the submarine, it's problem solved.
Né?
Crude, but effective.
Crude?
All right, look at this. The Alicorn's expected course. We know it was off Anchorhead Bay, and it has to get to ORED within range before September 19th. They must avoid being detected by Erusea, its allies' sound surveillance system, and ships. Taking into account its maximum operating depth, this is the only possible route. The Alicorn will move along the Azalea seamount chain and reach a rather blandly named body of water called PX-80443. The waters here are shallow due to an undersea mountain range and nearby islands. This is where it'll be. We also know roughly when they'll arrive in the area.
Quite the prediction you have.
Indeed, but if it makes it through, then you're looking at P&E Trench. The sub's max operating depth is 600 meters. Tracking it would be impossible.
Right. Now I'm going to give you the mission details.
Caramba,
So listen
que
up.
louco vai ser essa
Our
missão,
mission
hein?
is to cooperate with the patrol aircraft to find the Alicorn. In the first phase of the mission, multiple patrol aircraft will drop sono buoys to build a sono buoy barrier. Then, in the second phase, we narrow down the possible location of the Alicorn by analyzing the data obtained from the sono buoys. The results of our analysis will be data linked and shown on an overlay on your radars. And for the final phase, Trigger, you're gonna look for the submarine.
Por que tem que ser
We
eu?
acquired one special MAD, a magnetic anomaly detector, for this. It'll be on Trigger's plane. Fly over where we expect the Alicorn might be. If the submarine is right beneath you, your MAD will detect it. You'll also have nautical charts on your radars, so use them. Once it's found, our fleet will commence a unified attack with ass rocks and sink it.
And if we miss?
4 ships will be joining the operation. There won't be a second salvo.
So, who's flying, Wiseman?
Everyone except myself. This is in order. Now get your fat asses moving.
Então tá, né, velho? Partiu, né? Eu acho que essa missão vai ser a mais chata, pelo que eu entendi. Ok, bora lá. Nosso avião de sempre, né? E vamos lá, vamos ver o que vai dar, né? O vídeo vai ficar mais longo, mas não tem problema. Afunde ou Alicorn. É, os caras não querem mais, mano. Os caras querem destruir o barco e pronto. O submarino, né, velho?
Well, it's time for some treasure hunting, Trigger. Oh boy, I'm excited.
Hey, stop screwing around.
Don't be such a hothead, Hujin. We all know what'll happen if we screw up.
This is Patrol Aircraft Vector 1. We'll deploy the sono buoy barrier. We're all prepared to buy the farm.
Olha, mano, os caras indo.
According to calculations, just one needs to fly to locate it.
Those aren't the sort of calculations we like, are they, Trigger?
Damn right. Same for the rest of us, too.
They're here as predicted. Detecting hostiles. They're definitely aircraft from the Alicorn.
Trigger, you take the lead. The patrol aircraft must be protected. All aircraft, follow Trigger.
Wilco.
Understood.
Então tá, né?
Understood. Roger. Understood.
Segue eu então, meu parceiro. Deixa nós que...
3 strikes, rebels in the killing. Catch him while he's at it. Go! Rip those wings off that degenerate!
Strider 2, engaging. Strider 3, engaging. Cyclops 2, engaging. They must have been waiting for us in the air.
Cyclops 4, engaging. Here's a question. How many aircraft can the Alicorn carry?
Que isso, meu parceiro? Tá fazendo muitas manobras loucas aí.
Aircraft, but it's unconfirmed intel. You can do more. With 3 strikes, you can reduce them to a single digit.
Nah, you can reduce them even more. Not sure it's because of Trigger. Those are calculations I do like.
Know the answers?
Drop out far from the patrol aircraft.
Os caras são bons.
Locked on bandit.
We're detecting additional UAVs. Intercept them.
So there are more hiding.
Trigger, can you get him?
Strider 1, missile away.
Nossa, mano, tem um monte, velho.
Enemy on me. Can't get away. Come on, find that sub for us.
So what if the calculations say we only need one of them? There are people aboard those planes.
Vai ter que correr, hein?
Attacking from directly behind the enemy. Enemy is fled.
Tonight, our air patrol.
Tem um ali que tá cercado, velho. Eu vou lá nele. Na verdade, todos estão cercados.
Landing in the water. Let me know when the bodies. I need the debris stops raining.
They're waiting for us.
Submarines underwater. They're using pilots as sacrificial lambs, just like with their UAVs.
Attacking from behind my target.
Calma, parceiro, vai fugir não.
Enemy missile inbound. Prepare for impact.
Relaxa.
Our patrol aircraft are in trouble.
Bandit on me. Mark 2.
Pô, vai acertar não, velho.
Prioritizing the ones close to the patrol aircraft. Strider 1, missile away.
Já era, já era. Tem outros que a gente tem que proteger, mano.
Groups of demonstrators have clashed. People are running away. I see lots of signs held up. There are even banners flying in the air. They're advertising drones.
What? You're an ORED?
Well, yeah, I live here. I haven't solved the terminal guidance mystery either.
I meant, why aren't you running?
Vem cá, meu parceiro, vai fugir não.
Damn right.
Yes, those drones aren't running away.
Já era.
I'll call you back.
Falta outra, hein?
Check something. Sector 2, we've been attacked by hostiles. We're their escort. Seal them with their bodies. We've lost the tackle!
Our ghost pal is in a tight
Os
spot.
caras estão pedindo ajuda, velho. Falta mais dois pra gente salvar.
Our patrol aircraft are under attack.
45% of sonar buoys dropped.
Não vai atacar ele não, meu parceiro.
Missile away. Strider 1, Fox 2.
Olha aí, mano, os caras são muito bons.
Good job.
I've got him in my crosshairs.
Fox 2.
Aê, mano, perfeito.
Trigger, the other guys are standing their ground, but in the end, it comes down to you. Do us proud.
70% of sonar buoys
Acabou? Acabou.
Just a little more.
Nossa, acabou não, velho.
All aircraft be advised. Our radars picked up new hostiles.
Olha o monte que tá vindo aqui, velho.
I've got him in my crosshairs. Fox 2, get him!
Target acquired. Missile launched.
We've been hit by a missile! More incoming!
Pô, eles estão atacando os caras.
Aircraft, all right.
Doesn't matter how strong that sun is. Our job remains the same.
UAV eliminated.
Captain. Situation normal.
Já era.
By sea. Pursuers will be airborne.
95% of sonar buoys dropped.
They must be very frustrated right now. Nearly impossible to find us in these open seas. You gave us 3 strikes.
We're damaged! The hostiles are coming after us!
Damn it! They aren't meant to fly when we haven't secured air superiority.
Calma aí, mano, calma aí, velho.
Confirming new hostiles.
Eu tô chegando mais.
We're damaged! The hostiles are coming after us!
Shit. Hold on tight, guys.
Enemy missile inbound. Prepare for impact. Sector's in trouble.
Quem tá feio, velho.
Hostiles confirmed down. Roger down. Respect, got her back.
Aqui tem um monte, hein, mano.
Patrol down. Protect the remaining aircraft.
No more on my watch.
Friendly down!
UAV confirmed destroyed.
Mais um aqui.
Splash 1. Strider 1, missile away.
All sonar buoys dropped.
Já era.
Barrier completed. Analysis complete. Data linking the Alicorn navigable zones.
After that, displaying the search area on your radar map. The Alicorn somewhere inside that ring.
Beleza, mano.
The MAD.
Tô
Do
indo.
you see the waveform indicator above your HUD?
Tô indo, hein, véi.
Fly over the search area and look for a location that induces a change in the waveform.
We're treasure hunting for real, huh?
All aircraft except Trigger. You're on contingent combat air patrol. The MAD won't function at high speeds. Fly slower than 800 kilometers an hour.
Devagar?
Submarine may be
Beleza.
huge, but it's still gonna be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Okay, Trigger. Your MAD's getting something. The waveform on your HUD should have peaked. Turn and fly in the direction where the waveform peaks.
Aqui, mano.
Trigger, your MAD is showing a stronger reaction. The Alicorn must be near.
You've set the hook. Now you just have to
Tá,
reel
muita
it in.
concentração.
How did that huge thing hide from us all this time?
Picking up a magnetic signature. Signature lost. I'm seeing strong noise in the MAD signal.
Shit. They predicted that we'd use the MAD. Seems like this is our contingency. You know what's the source of the noise on the ocean surface? It's likely similar to a buoy.
I don't have a window, so I don't know about buoys, but I'm detecting strong radio sources.
Correct. That's it.
Vamos ver o que vai dar, né?
Sending the location of the jamming devices. Destroy them.
Trigger, let's destroy the jamming buoys. All these jammers must have been deployed beforehand. They predicted our moves.
We'll go beyond their expectations.
É.
What the? A huge explosion just went off underwater. Explosion? Control aircraft. What's happening underwater? Underwater living is impossible. We're only hearing the explosion echoes. Alice and Trigger, let's recover and head out at full speed.
Destroy the jamming buoys before the enemy submarine escapes.
Full speed ahead. Aye, sir. Don't let him get away.
Já era, tem mais um aqui.
As soon as the noise dies down.
Can we make it?
Keep it up. With this sub, we'll slip away safely. That could make for a good sideshow. Scrap them.
Já era a última, hein?
The last jamming buoy has been destroyed.
How'd it go? Wait for the sonar buoys to respond.
God damn it.
E agora, meu parceiro? Com certeza vai ser tenso, mano, ter que afundar esse submarino, velho.
Hey, you okay? Analysis done. Data linking.
This location is moved. Trigger, I'm sending you the search area. Don't let it get away.
Porra, esse submarino é rápido, hein?
Alicorn's almost reached the trench. Time's running out.
Hurry.
It's okay. Trigger's already on the hunt.
Confirming more hostile UAVs. They just launched from the Alicorn.
You can launch them underwater?
If you can splash even one, it'll be that much easier for Trigger.
Estamos chegando, hein?
Strider, Cyclops, we don't have much time left. Don't you worry. Trigger will find it.
Trigger's given me so much cover and I still... Shit, I'm just pathetic.
Vamos lá nos parceiros. Opa, onde?
Double time and Trigger. Count on it.
Pra cá.
Think we can find it? This is pretty tough.
Let's do this.
Manta, draw the attention of the hostile at 9 o'clock.
Estamos cansando, hein?
No way you won't pick up a huge steel whale. Look harder.
It's a race against time now.
Achei.
You've reeled it in. Positive hit on the MAD.
That's it.
Strider 1 found the submarine Alicorn.
Olha lá ele, mano. Tá debaixo d'água. Uau.
All that flying around paid off. We ain't done yet. Give it the finishing blow. Target coordinates acquired. Coordinates re-entered. Commence preparations to fire the VL Asrock.
VL Asrock ready for launch.
Line of fire is clear. Ready. Fire all missiles! Fire!
Os missilzão top, mano. Que vai acertar o bagulho debaixo d'água.
Report the results.
Você tá doido.
Did we get him?
Bem épico, né, velho? Acho que esse vídeo vai ficar mais de 1 hora, hein?
Alicorn spotted. It's surfacing.
Eu acho que esse vídeo vai ficar grande.
Surfacing? We haven't sunk it. It's attacking our fleet.
Nossa, mano, já era.
You're wrong, Cal. Backed him into a corner. They're vulnerable now that they've surfaced. Follow up on trigger. Welcome.
Roger.
Pô, não vai ser fácil, não vai ser fácil não, hein? Olha os mísseis vindo, mano. Já era, hein?
If one of those railguns hits us, we'll be torn into a million pieces. They'll be looking for aircraft as well. Don't flutter about. Throttle up. Fire!
Caramba, tá mirando em mim.
It's using its main guns for anti-air combat.
Trigger's attack hit. Can visually confirm hull damage.
Você tá doido?
The Alicorn is diving. Dallas thinks she'll be damaged. We'll have to surface again soon. We need to shoot down the drones that have been launched.
O maluco emergiu, velho.
There's no need to retreat. We'll have to kill them all if we are to live. If you wish to live, then you must let go of your life.
Você tá doido?
That's more than enough. All aircraft, position yourself to hit the Alicorn as it surfaces.
Righto.
Apareceu o bagulho, velho. Não dá pra acertar.
The Alicorn is surfaced. Commence assault.
Did you know your affairs behind at the bottom of the abyss? Ready to fire. Main guns, commence fire.
Caralho, mano.
You're being targeted by the railguns. Shake them off.
You want a piece of me? You got it.
Nossa, passou relando, hein?
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Target acquired. Missile hit. That's a hit. Target is hit.
That was Trigger.
Ballistics have been damaged. We can't maintain buoyancy.
The Alicorn has launched aircraft.
That's some real skill.
Já era, hein?
They've got serious guts to take off right now.
It ain't guts. They're just damn crazy.
Flying objects have been launched from the Alicorn. They have different signatures from the UAVs we've seen.
Small UAVs have activated EM.
Nossa, mano, escudo. Que é isso? Tá roubado, hein?
What do we do then? We don't have Stonehenge to bust through them, you know.
Enemy submarine diving.
My fellow submariners, your lives carry weight.
Que isso? Vocês viram o escudo do bicho, mano?
We cannot let the enemy's attacks reach our brothers. I'll go head on with 3 strikes and take them down with me. Going for their aircraft. The less interlopers there are, the better.
E os aviões, eles não dá pra bater eles fácil não, velho.
Missile in the air. Evade. Strider 1.
Esse maluco aqui tá me zoando, né, velho?
Splash 1.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Commence fire. Easy, Trigger. You know you can get up. Missile! I have to evade! Fire! Arming Strider 1, destroy target. Fox 2! Keep firing! Keep firing!
Você tá doido? Ai, o cara quer mirar em mim todo pulso, velho.
Shaking off enemy lock!
Nossa.
We get a boatful of AA weaponry. Still, they won't even flinch. The enemy sure is making things hard for us.
Vai dar trabalho, velho.
The Alicorn is diving.
Olha, mano, ele vai soltando mais.
Situation over there. We got a moment or two. Stat rep? We advertise drones. These guys are doing the terminal guidance. Hey, chill. We're advertising drones flying above the demonstrators. We're approaching to our guidance system. Your pilot is that captain. I'll call you back. Alex, how far away is the closest airbase?
Eita, nós.
Completion is at hand.
submarine surfacing.
You must save those souls that died chained to the prison of ethics.
Vem cá, velho. Nossa, mano, que bicho chato de derrubar, velho.
Lancaster, my HUD's glitching. Trigger, count. How are things over there?
We've identified the source of the jamming signal. It's the Alicorn.
That's that sinking the surface sub would be easy.
Thanks, Trigger.
Já era também.
Trigger destroyed a jammer. Jamming signals no longer detected.
Quick at work, just as always.
Thanks, Trigger.
Tem que ser bem de pertinho, velho. Aê.
That's a pretty small window, but I know Trigger can pull it off.
Mankind commence fire.
The railguns have locked onto you. Increase your flight speed and evade.
Você tá doido.
I've got him in my crosshairs.
The Alicorn has submerged. Wait for the next window of attack.
It got away.
Mano, esses escudos é muito roubado, velho. E o vídeo tá grande.
Search. How are things?
We're going to jam this entire region. The Air Force's EW aircraft.
Whoa, that's a big bang.
The radios will be disabled. Controlling the drones and terminal guidance will be impossible. It's crude, but effective.
Ai, ai, mano.
Cell phones will stop working too. This might be our last call.
Leave the rest to us.
We picked up the Alicorn underwater.
The Alicorn has surfaced. Commence assault. Target
Já era,
hit.
já era.
The enemy submarine's outer hull is severely damaged. It won't be able to dive like that. Yeah. All right.
Vamos acertar isso aqui. Já era. Ah, nos rendemos.
What's going on?
I know this voice. This is the submarine aircraft cruiser Alicorn. We surrender. Stop shooting.
All aircraft, cease fire.
Pai, o cara se rendeu, mano.
Talking. I should know.
Let's just sink it.
Negative. We cannot attack those that have surrendered. It's a breach of international law.
I repeat, we surrender.
What do we do?
Weapon use is prohibited.
I hold international law so dearly. We'll no longer be soldiers the moment we don't. Then I'll happily quit my career.
Do not attack.
Caralho, mano, a gente não pode atacar mais, mano. E aí, velho? O que vai acontecer, velho?
We're currently making preparations to be disarmed.
I'm David North, an analyst at the Ocean Intelligence Agency. Captain, we've already jammed your terminal guidance system over ORED. Your shot will miss the mark.
Let me tell you a story. Back when I was a gunnery officer, I had to aim at an enemy ship 30 kilometers away in the middle of a storm. The seas were rough that day, and still I landed one of the two shots.
Ele não se rendeu
Here's a
não,
question.
velho.
Was your plan elegant? The answer is yes. At least until 3 strikes ruined it.
What do you know of beauty?
They have no intention to surrender. Stop them, Trigger.
Sabia, mano.
Hurry!
Wait, Trigger. Stop attacking immediately.
Kasha, target is the ocean capital of Warren.
Tá porra.
1 million people, 5,000 kilometers away. My very own hands.
It fired.
It's okay. The shell will miss.
What happened?
That's a blatant violation of orders, you dumbass.
Load the next shell.
All aircraft, destroy the Alicorn.
We'll go.
All right.
We'll go. We'll go. Understood.
Aim for the base of the rail cannon.
FPS error. Can't raise the elevation of the barrel. 3 strikes in the sky is a sign of an ill omen. Captain,
Você tá doido.
flood the aft trim tanks.
Gas first, and that'll give the gun the elevation it needs.
Don't you see 3 strikes? 10 million lives will be saved at the cost of a few million lives.
Liar. You just want to kill people. We won't let
Caramba,
you.
o cara tá mirando em mim sem dó, velho.
Your attacks are hitting the base of the rail cannon.
You just made a statement right there, didn't you, Trigger?
Charge at 45%. Pitch angle at +2 degrees.
Ai, 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 ai.
End of this. Don't hesitate. They quit being soldiers the moment they fake their surrender.
A powerful boat, a powerful gun, powerful ammunition. Add to that lots of people.
O cara é doidão, velho. E o vídeo já tá em 1 hora.
For all of it, and the
Nossa, quase bati, velho.
Trigger, give him the answer. Have him take it to the bottom of the ocean.
Don't you see? Don't you see? Landing a clean shot on
Caramba, velho, tá difícil.
that is what makes it elegant. That's beauty.
Finish him off, Trigger. All right.
Já era.
Target hit. Target hit.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff, Trigger.
Foi quase, hein, velho.
The rail cannon's been destroyed.
Yeah, baby.
Ele vai explodir, velho.
Don't you see?
Vai explodir, velho. Já era. Já era, mano. Você tá doido, muito épico, velho. E se eu tivesse morrido, eu tinha que começar de novo.
The Alicorn's hull is severely damaged. No, it's completely split in two.
He really pulled it off.
That's our final answer.
Já era, mano. Afundado. Deu trabalho. Já era. Foi, eu acho que esse vai ser o vídeo mais longo aqui da série, hein? Eu não acho que alguém vai ficar aqui 1 hora assistindo, mas tá bom. É, meu filho. Eu acho que essa vai ser a missão mais épica do game.
I see loads of floating objects in the waves. I don't think there are any survivors, Wiseman.
Copy that. The enemy submarine has been destroyed. Operation is complete.
That was unbelievable. Just all of it.
That's right.
Missão completa, meus brothers.
There are some who send those around them to their doom. Like Captain Mateus Torres was a devil incarnate. But there are others. Others who show the way to everyone else. Those who stand at the forefront to cast the light. Those who follow them can't help but feel that they're in the right hands. That they'll make it.
Massa demais os outros seguindo a gente, né, velho?
Singular answer, like a quiz question. The world awaits a hero to keep the torch aloft, banishing the darkness.
Quite the poet. That's a story I'm gonna have to tell my kid.
All aircraft in David. The operation is complete. Return to base and get some rest. Oh man, finally time for some munchies.
Pô, esse cara só sabe comer, velho.
Oh, and the knife and fork too, please.
Once I get back to base, I'm heading to the mess hall.
Missão cumprida, meus jovens. Você tá doido? Eu achei que essa missão ia, sei lá, 20 minutos, não isso tudo. Você tá doido? Vamos ver agora.
Operation is complete.
Can we celebrate now?
Yeah, good work.
Yeah!
Yahoo! Your next mission's in 32 hours.
Whoa. Not something I
That
tell
was
my son
something.
about. Give me a break.
Missão zona foda, velho. Agora a última é cutscene, né?
I'm good, Alex. Won't need that wake-up call every 2 hours anymore.
David, only the summary is fine. Give me the report ASAP. I'll hand it to the president.
That's why I haven't slept in the last 80 hours.
78 hours and 52 minutes.
É, ficou esse tempão sem dormir, velho.
Okay. Well, now to the conclusion.
Assuming that 3 strikes is a singularity, why not terminate him?
There is a fact that has been observed in all of the missions 3 Strikes has taken part in. All dependent elements that either mimic or follow the subject have increased chances of survival.
Try to be more sensuous.
Go Trigger's way, you'll make it. He leads the way.
Really?
Significance is high.
That's uncharacteristically illogical of you.
Ha ha ha.
Is that really how you laugh?
Bom, legal, né, velho? Terminamos aí a DLC, né? Vamos ver se aparece mais alguma coisa aqui. Caso não apareça, vou me despedir por aqui. Esse é o vídeo mais longo da série, realmente acabou. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Deixa o seu like e se inscreve no canal se você chegou até aqui. Se chegou até aqui, eu realmente te agradeço por tudo. É isso aí, valeu e falou!